20 body movements with examples.
Bend. Meaning, to move a part of the body so that it is not straight. Examples. She bent down to tie her shoelaces. He bent his knees before jumping. He bent his knees before jumping. Clap. Meaning, to hit the palms of the hands together to make a sound. Examples. The audience clapped after the performance. She clapped her hands in excitement. She clapped her hands in excitement. Crawl. Meaning, to move on hands and knees. Examples. The baby crawled across the floor. He had to crawl through the narrow tunnel. He had to crawl through the narrow tunnel. Crouch. Meaning, to lower the body close to the ground by bending the knees. Examples. He crouched behind the wall to hide. She crouched to look under the bed. She crouched to look under the bed. Flex. Meaning, to tighten or bend a muscle. Examples. He flexed his arms to show his strength. She flexed her fingers before playing the piano. She flexed her fingers before playing the piano. Grip. Meaning, to hold something tightly. Examples. She gripped the railing to avoid falling. He gripped the bat firmly before swinging. He gripped the bat firmly before swinging. Kick. Meaning, to hit something with the foot. Examples. He kicked the ball into the goal. She kicked the door open in panic. She kicked the door open in panic. Lift. Meaning, to raise something upward. Examples. She lifted the box onto the table. He lifted his child onto his shoulders. He lifted his child onto his shoulders. Nod. Meaning, to move the head up and down to show agreement. Examples. She nodded in response to his question. He nodded approvingly at the idea. He nodded approvingly at the idea. Pat. Meaning, to touch someone or something lightly with the palm. Examples. He patted the dog on the head. She patted her friend's back to comfort him. She patted her friend's back to comfort him. Point. Meaning, to extend a finger toward something. Examples. He pointed at the map to show the location. She pointed at the sky to show the birds. She pointed at the sky to show the birds. Punch. Meaning, to hit with a closed fist. Examples: he punched the punching bag hard. She punched the air in victory. She punched the air in victory.
Rub.
Meaning, to press and move hands over a surface repeatedly. Examples: she rubbed her hands to warm them. He rubbed the stain to remove it. He rubbed the stain to remove it. Scratch. Meaning, to rub the skin with nails to relieve itching. Examples: he scratched his head in confusion. She scratched her arm because of an insect bite. She scratched her arm because of an insect bite.
Shake.
Meaning, to move something quickly back and forth. Examples: she shook the bottle before drinking. He shook hands with his new boss. He shook hands with his new boss.
Shrug.
Meaning, to raise and lower the shoulders to show uncertainty. Examples: she shrugged when asked about the plan. He shrugged his shoulders and walked away. He shrugged his shoulders and walked away. Stomp. Meaning, to hit the ground hard with the foot. Examples: he stomped his foot in frustration. She stomped through the puddles joyfully. She stomped through the puddles joyfully.
Stretch.
Meaning, to extend the body or limbs to full length. Examples: she stretched her arms after waking up. He stretched before running. He stretched before running. Wave. Meaning, to move the hand back and forth in greeting or signal. Examples: she waved at her friend across the street. He waved goodbye before leaving. He waved goodbye before leaving.
Yawn.
Meaning, to open the mouth wide due to tiredness or boredom. Examples: she yawned during the long lecture. He yawned before going to bed. He yawned before going to bed.